just picked up the Rivian yesterday, and we already need to start checking out some accessories. I did order some floor mats, which is the rubber floor mats, which I love. I had it in my Gen 1 and my Gen 2 R1T. So those are definitely going into the vehicle because I do bring a lot of mud into the vehicle. Mud, dirt, everything like that. But we also want to see if other accessories and everything that I've had before, like my HEST mattress, my search and rescue gear, and a few other things will fit inside of my Maple, will fit, or how it will fit inside the R2. So let's go take a gander. But first, Maple and Muse tax. Ain't that right? We gotta say hi to you all the time. I love you, puppy. Look at those ears. Look at those ears. Look how amazing that corn is going. That is great. So earlier this morning, I did get to test fit to see if my search and rescue gear would fit properly inside the R1. Now currently it is my main search and rescue rig is the Land Cruiser ever since I retired the R1T. Now the R1T had the frunk, it had the gear tunnel and everything, so bringing it into the Land Cruiser, I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough room and maybe needed to put some stuff up top. Well, luckily I did not need to do that because I minimized everything down into 2 Pelican cases. And those 2 Pelican cases are now back here. So let's take a gander to see how well it actually worked. And well, the 2 Pelican IM 2950s fit perfectly back here. Now I was worried that they weren't going to fit due to the wheel wells that are back here, and I'll pull this out in a second for us to look at it, but they fit near perfection back here. So at any time, say like if we're doing a lot of in-city stuff or forest roads or something like that, I'm more than likely going to be taking the R2, and if not, like if I need a little bit more range, but if I have to go off-road to actually go out and find somebody, like to where I need to go over obstacles, like huge obstacles, I'm taking the Land Cruiser, even though the Land Cruiser gets less range than this thing. I will also be moving probably my recovery bag and 1 or 2 of these bags all the way to the frunk when it comes time. This bag usually sits up front with me for whenever I need to get out of the vehicle. This has some extra gear in case we find someone and we can't get any other rescuers out there anytime soon. I have enough gear in there for food and shelter and fire making stuff and everything that I need for 72 hours. Another amazing thing between the R2 and the R1 is that the R1 used to be aluminum, and well, this is metal, well, steel, whatever you want to call it, so it can actually put our magnets on. It's a really small thing, but it's a big thing. Now inside here is where we're going to have a little special project. This can fit my radio. This is a glove box for the R1 users who don't have glove boxes. In fact, we have 2 glove boxes. But if I could figure out a way to power the 100-watt VHF radio, this would be a perfect spot. I might be able to 3D print something, a shelving unit in here, so I could keep this off of here in order to keep air circulating or whatnot through it. With the seats basically able to fold flat, I should have no problem fitting the HEST mattress back here. So let's check that out. Yeah, so whenever I'm not using it, it sits up here, and oh hi Muse. So when I am out camping, more than likely I am going to be just myself camping in here if I need to ever sleep inside this vehicle. Well, it looks like it almost fits. If we come back here and look, it does stick out just a little bit right here. There are HEST specific mattresses that I do believe are coming out that should be able to fit this all the way. Now granted, I should be able to push this up a little bit, like the seats up a little bit, so that we can fit that in all the way. But then you run into the situation of your head falling down. So let's just try something here. Alrighty then. I am 5'6", so I actually fit in here. Just this, my head doesn't go beyond the seat, which is kind of cool, right? So I wonder if, honestly, I wouldn't even need to bring a pillow now, because I could just use this like this. I'm a side sleeper, so that's kind of cool. That being said, will this actually go in here? I don't know. I might pick up the one that's actually built for the R2, and then that way I can keep this for the Land Cruiser because I have a ground tent inside the Land Cruiser. At the same time, I can always plop this inside of the Land Cruiser and sleep inside the Land Cruiser if I need to. So yeah, your standard HEST mattress kind of fits. I'm going to try it 1 or 2 nights. Now, if I needed to fit another one in here, it might be a little bit of a cozier fit. But like I said, the ones that are made for it has a cutout to go around the wheel wells. For next up, we're going to have to use Miss Maple. Come on, let's go. It's your first time in the R2. Let's go. Oh, yeah. You remember this, don't you? Go ahead and sit. Look, you have your little padded setup here. This thing is wonderful. This has been a dog hammock that I've used for the past few years. One nice thing that it is a solid base, so they can put their feet up here and they have a way bigger platform for them to sit on. You can also take the hard part out and actually wash it, which I need to do for this one. I'm only doing this right now for show purposes so that you guys can actually see this. I will put a link in the below for you guys to see which one it is. I bought it for both R1Ts. I put it in the Land Cruiser whenever I'm bringing Maple out. And then, yeah, it's taken abuse of both Mercedes and Maple over the years, and it's still high quality. In fact, I bought 2 of them because I had 2 trucks at one time. Ain't that right, Miss Maple? So, Maple, what do you think of the R2? Do you like it? Hey, it looks great on you, Miss Maple. We'll try you in the back in a few, okay? So yeah, you could definitely adjust these. The belts can come through here to where you could buckle them in or anything like that. It attaches back here on the headrest and up front. It doesn't get in your way. It doesn't bother you much up here. You can adjust the straps to make them longer or shorter. Over time, you do need to adjust them because, you know, they keep being pulled down. You could put like snacks or whatever things back here for them. Probably not snacks. That won't be smart. But yeah, I will have this down below in the description. But speaking of dog hair, I do have this doggy medical kit that is from Rivian, which is awesome. Now, it doesn't necessarily fit, it's not made for this, right? But I did notice if you turn it backwards and angle it like this, it can fit in there, and you can still put a bottle there. Not like a huge bottle. And apparently, they took out the speaker so that you guys can have your big bottles in here. I don't know why you need such a big bottle, but that's besides the point. But it's cool that I can have this doggy first aid kit. I have a first aid kit in the front and in my gear bags also. Last but not least is the floor mats. The box was definitely shipped interestingly, but it's rubber, so I'm not too worried about it being damaged. Would you just look at it? Now see, I like these things. Some people don't like them because they don't cover the dead pedal next to, you know, your brake and everything. I know firsthand that these things are amazing. Should get a vacuum after that. I'll do that in a few. But these are super easy to put in and then install. You want to make sure these are in properly seated so that they don't pull up and get stuck underneath your accelerator or your brake. But yeah, it covers as much as it needs to, making sure no water comes out this way or that way. So let's do the other side and the back side. All right, so we got this all put in. It is great for whenever the dog is drooling, the kids are, I don't know, I don't have kids, so if they throw up Cheerios out of their nose, I think kids do that, right? Both here and the passenger side footwell. Now, there isn't one for the back yet. There might be, but I haven't paid attention to it. But look at this. So great. I will more than likely be picking up one for this, because this is carpet, and so we definitely want to protect this. I know they have some kind that even does like the seat back and everything for whenever it folds down. So like if the dogs are sitting back here, laying back here or whatnot. Another accessory is like privacy cover, and I'm not seeing it in the gear store yet. So I'm assuming it's coming out soon, maybe. And that should cover all back here so someone just doesn't look through here and like smash in and take your backpacks or anything like that. So that's just a couple of my accessories, you know, very specific with my gear that I carry with me, a lot of recovery gear. Even whenever I'm just going off-road, I need to make sure that I'm going to be able to safely get myself out. I will have some Max Tracks that I will be throwing in here. In fact, I have some in the Rivian Max Tracks, so we'll have that. I have ropes and everything that I need in order to try to pull other people out. I do want to get another hitch for this thing, more of a snatch block hitch. Has a loop to where you can put soft shackles through. Aside from that, we did do the window tint. Let's take a gander at that real quick. We did end up tinting the windows within 12 hours of ownership, but this is factory back here, right? And so I want to do factory matching up front, which it does very well. So it's XPEL, and I'm assuming it's maybe 20%, maybe 35%, but we also put a UV filter on the front. It definitely makes it pop just a little bit more. Some people are saying, make these black. I wouldn't mind seeing that and this black. Another person was saying that if you take this pillar and turn it black, it's gonna look great too. You know what these kind of things remind me of, the size? Is a Land Rover Evoque. I think that's what they were called. But yeah, that's the accessories that I've done so far. 24, 48 hours of ownership. We will be testing out other things. I've tested out a lot of things with the Rivian R1 platform, so expect me to also be trying out a lot of things for you guys for the R2. I have some sunshades that are down here. They want me to test fit it. I don't know if he wants me to show it, so I'm not going to show it right now because there's 2 versions and he wants to test fit, and I'm going to do that. That's for soonish. We will be putting on different wheels, and we will be probably putting on different tires too, because I'm aiming to go for 18s. I know the standard version is going to come with 19s, but I think we did some test fitting and 18s do fit. So we will be having much fatter tires, or at least much fatter sidewall tires, and we'll see how this works. We'll see how this works. But yeah, one last thing I forgot to actually say as an accessory that's kind of an accessory, but we kind of all need it. A hard drive. I got this one at Costco. It's a 1 terabyte. Yeah, so you just take this and plug this in right here. All right, we want to set up road cam, and now it's showing you the new location, which is in this glove box. That's spiffy. All right, now it's connecting. It's going to end up formatting because I have some data on it. Formatted and checking the speed test now. Maple is barking. Data will be erased, which is fine. Cannot be undone, that is fine. And now we are finished. Finish preparing device, excuse me. Turned on road cam. Press done. You'll have your saved clips. If you have your incidences, motion cam, turn on motion cam. It brought us to the settings right here, so we'll turn that on. I want it on at home because I also use that for like an alarm. And then anytime you save any, it will be stored in here. If there's any other kind of things that you guys want me to test out with R2, let me know. I am an open book. I'm going to be doing some miles tests. I did a run stock form in the R1T through Crescent Lake, from Gig Harbor to Port Angeles, a little bit past Port Angeles, and I knew where I was going to turn around. So we're going to try the same exact thing with the R2 to see if I get about the same amount of range for a full turnaround, and I'm kind of excited about that. We might go do that tomorrow, but we almost might go find mud tomorrow. We'll see.